Thank you, Dato. First and foremost, I am a lawyer. So normally lawyers, we only open our mouth when we are paid. But today, when Firdaus asked me to join, to be present today, not only do I don't get paid, I have to pay to have myself put here. So it's a rare occasion that you see lawyers having to pay to speak. So bear in mind. Right. Now what I'm going to do is basically we discuss in our panel today that I'll just give you a brief overview of what Islamic finance is at the moment and some sort of a setting of where we are, and the others will pick up on what I'll talk about today. Now, I was born BC before computers, so I hope. How do you do that? Yeah. All right. Now, a bit of a commercial break, but this is related to the topic. Now, we are actually the largest law firm in Malaysia, but we don't say that in our brochures because we believe in the ASEAN story. We are the only ASEAN law firm because we believe in the ASEAN story as well. Because as mentioned by John Pang earlier, we have to move away from just being parochial within the Malaysian context. We do believe in Malaysia, and our lawyers are not only from Malaysia. And of course, you can mention all that. I mean, I'll be quick. We do work, and we do believe in basically making people move to another environment, not only to Malaysia. We've got Asian program with lawyers from Tokyo, lawyers from Australia coming to our country, and our lawyers going there as well. So we believe in the internalization of human talent generally. It's what the minister mentioned today. Now, what I'm going to do is going to give you a brief introduction of the topic. The link between Southeast Asia and Islam, characteristics of a good financial system, and the impact and trends and challenges generally within the industry. Now, quickly, we agree today that Southeast Asia is basically important in the geographical internationalization of economies within the new order. Now, with that, it means that Malaysia is right in the thick of it. But we're not only looking at Malaysia, we're looking at Southeast Asia, and we've all agreed that ASEAN is the way to go. Now, Islamic finance is important because after 9/11, a lot of people think that that Southeast Asia or the Muslims are basically those that only go with bombs to New York and basically bomb World Trade Centers. We are not. Islam is more than that. And we would like to highlight the fact that Islamic finance is something that will basically be there, and then the current that will basically push ASEAN to the next level. Now, having Islamic finance succeed in Southeast Asia will also allow Muslims who normally are not inclusive within the economy to be part of the economic system. And we also find that after 9/11, there'll be a lot of investments from the Middle East, and they have run away from New York, London, and come down to Southeast Asia, particularly in Malaysia and Indonesia. Now, Islamic finance has moved from just being a boutique industry, it's become very much mainstream. And I'll talk to you later on, but we have to agree, we have to remember that Islamic finance will never replace conventional finance. Conventional finance will remain the main component of Islamic finance, but the only thing that we can see is that we can see some of the values that is imbued in Islamic finance, like ethical finance, issues of non-speculative and non-harmful economic activities will therefore be interspersed within conventional finance. We can see that, but we are not worried about conventional finance losing its place. We will complement conventional finance. So Islamic finance will only complement international finance, conventional finance, and I think that's a good thing because we cannot basically change overnight. It will slowly go there, but we will not change the world immediately. Now, do you realize that Southeast Asia is the home of 1/3 of the Muslim population in the world? Now, having that said, we never pushed the Southeast Asian agenda for Islam. What we see is mostly the Islam in the Middle East. We are different. As you're aware, Islam in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, basically is different because we are exposed to not only other religion, because of the structure of ASEAN, we have pluralism in terms of our views to Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism. We have that openness which is not available in other jurisdictions. Middle East is 99% Muslims. In Southeast Asia, we have a difference because it's not only limited to only Muslims. We have basically 50% Muslim population. The others are non-Muslim. That being the background, what has helped Islamic finance to grow within the regions because the non-Muslims accept the fact that Islamic finance is a viable Islamic financial instrument. We have, most of you, I'm sure, have basically accounts in Islamic banks, not because you think about the religion, but because you don't believe it being only the religious aspect of the business. As also we, like myself, I studied in Al-Azhar school. That doesn't mean that's a missionary school, doesn't mean make me a lesser Muslim just because I go to Al-Azhar school. So that kind of openness allows Islamic finance to flourish in the region. Now, what would characterize an efficient Islamic financial system? Well, research has said that basically three things. One, there must be an enabling environment. What that means is that we need to have tax neutrality, we need to have laws that allow financial flourish. That's the first part. Secondly, there must be a system that allows the enforceability of the contract itself. Now, I don't want to go into detail, just to show that there is one. There needs to be a system that allows the contract to be enforced. And thirdly, there must be a dispute settlement system, i.e. a court system that allows the contract to be enforced. Now, how does that run within the countries, within the region? Now, in Malaysia, we're lucky. Malaysia, due to the strong intervention of the government, the system is very strong. We have a very robust, healthy Islamic financial instruments generally going around the country, and we are far ahead in any jurisdiction in the world. Now, that's a given. Even if I go to the United States, and other speakers can confirm this, Malaysia is regarded as the pioneer for Islamic finance. We should be proud of that. It's something that we should be proud of, and we should work on it further so that we can enhance the potential. Indonesia is growing. We've heard before that Indonesia has a very strong population, therefore it has moved, but it has moved slowly compared to other jurisdictions, but it will go there, and then we are told that there will be more initiative coming from the government. Brunei is basically a Muslim country, and they've done a few sukuk themselves, and it is already entrenched. Singapore is different because for Muslim minority countries where Muslims are minority, Singapore is looking itself more as a sophisticated financial center, and it is moving towards that. It's got investment, but it's more on wholesale. Thailand have a strong Muslim population in the south. It has become a political, shall we say, instrument to allow the enrichment of Muslims generally in the south, and with that, you can see that coming up as well. Philippines, similar to Thailand, but I guess due to the old country's own political problems, it takes time. I think there are inquiries regarding finance within Philippines itself. And other countries have a very minute number of Muslims in their own countries, but they're there, and we need to note that there are Muslims within the 4 countries in other parts of ASEAN. Now, what are the opportunities and challenges? Except for Malaysia, other countries are still in the building block stage. So I think we need time for them to basically grow and to be able to have somebody says Islamic finance crescent within the region. It can come there, but it will take time. But slowly people are going towards that. We do have some form of, shall we say, perception that Islamic finance is terrorist finance. We need to discount that. I think less so in ASEAN. In other countries, we had a publication called Demystifying Islamic Finance, where we put down one of the issues that we raised was that people mistake Islamic finance with terrorist finance. In Australia, there was one of the questions asked when I had a telephone interview. We need to basically, shall we say, defend that concept and reassure people that Islamic finance is not terrorist finance. There is some of it in the Middle East, but it's not entirely wholesale. Now, there will be increased investments after 9/11. We've seen that coming from the Middle East. They're not only going to New York and London, they're coming to Malaysia. And the relative political stability of the region has helped the region as well. And as mentioned by the Minister, 2015, we have free flow of market. We should be ready for that. Islamic finance can be, again, the undercurrent for growth for that. Now, in conclusion, Islamic finance is here to stay. I think it will not be a boutique, it will no more be a boutique industry. And we have basically helped Muslims in the region to basically participate in the economic activities of the country, and also that we will only add depth to the region. Now, I want to add on 3 more small items. People keep asking me. One is that what about Sharia harmonization and different Sharia interpretation in the Middle East, in other jurisdictions? My answer to that is that we are a plural religion, in the sense that we have 4 mazhab and 1 Shia, as you will. And that should not deter us from having differences, because Sharia scholars generally have 90% convergence. It's only the 10% that is not converging. And I don't think that's a problem, because we may have differences in the way we pray, for Muslims that is, and the way we do certain things. We can have differences. And even in conventional finance, there are differences generally. It's evolving. So I think that's less of a problem than before. The other issue is regarding talent. Now, the people keep asking me whether the fact that we do have a brain drain of lawyers or bankers going to other jurisdictions doing Islamic finance. Again, I don't think that should be a problem for us. For one thing, we need to make Malaysia the hub, so we should attract more foreigners coming in who know Islamic finance, and they're like trying to look to us as leading the concept, as opposed to basically pushing it through the next level. And we have examples of Rafi, not only worked in Malaysia, he's worked in London and Dubai, and he comes back. So I think it's good for us to export talent and for them to come back to Malaysia, because it will enrich our culture and enrich our industry. So I think that should not be something that we should worry about. And I guess that's all, right? I think I'm in with my time, and I just want to give you a background. Others will pick it up, and I hope I've done something there. Thank you.